Glory to the swarm, brothers and sisters. I am your cult leader, Cheese, and today we're going to look at my performances from the recent Mechabellum Mini Masters tournament. The tournament continues on August 8th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and the grand finale will be on August 15th at 9 p.m. as well. Please check it out. There's information in the description below. Before we get into the game, I'd just like to thank you for taking the time to like and subscribe. Spreading the gospel is a great way to meet new people and learn new words. Some you may not even want to repeat in polite company. Now, let's get into the games. Okay, here we have Oddz, who is a pretty good player, and we have faced off in 2v2 before, but never in 1v1. I did preach the gospel to him in that game. And I think I scarred him because he spent the last few weeks telling me to stay away from him as much as possible. But here we are, round one. We are going with Fire Badger Specialist. We've got Storms and Hounds. We're going to get some Crawlers. And he's got Sabers and Hounds. Picks up some Crawlers of his own. And here we go. Oddz with the asymmetric start, pushing in on our left tower. We do have a fair amount of chaff and chaff clear, though, so we should be able to clean up this round. Obviously, the more he adds there, the more we'll need to respond with. But for now, this should be a straightforward win. The Stormcallers are able to get in on the Sabertooths while the Sabertooths are still shooting Hounds. Oh, we still have Crawlers left as well. And that's the round. Round two. So Rhino's an interesting choice. We get the unlock with it. I like the Steel Ball. The Fangs are also pretty good. Add some depth. We wind up taking the Fangs. Honestly, all four of these are really good choices. Even if we wind up selling the Rhino, we keep it unlocked, and then we can throw it down on the flank later. Steel Balls I like because we can rush the other tower. Tarantula is just a good unit, and Fangs add chaff depth. So we wind up getting a couple more Crawlers to go with our Fangs. And we also add a pack of Crawlers to distract back here. Oddz goes with the Rhino, and also puts Crawler on our flank. And buys a pack of Phoenixes. So those Phoenixes are going to cause problems because I think these Fangs are going to die pretty much immediately to the Hounds. Yeah, that left pack of Fangs is dead. We were able to distract a lot of his push with that Crawler. Unfortunately, it has arrived. We do still have a few Fangs left. There is hope. But here comes the Rhino. That's going to cause some problems. Let's see if our Fangs can get into... Nope, they're going to turn the wrong way. Oh, there go a couple. Maybe. Not looking great. Oh, we're shooting it. Come on. Just a scooch. A little more. Nope. Alright. Well, it was worth a try. Stormcaller's looking very pitiful shooting at that Rhino. There, we get our Badgers. And we get a shield drop. Mass-produced scorpions can be fun, but we have gospel and gospel only on our brains right now. And the shield airdrop is just so great for establishing the flank and slowing down responses. So we buy the beacon, we're beaconing these crawlers, trying to distract some more. We drop a missile over here just in case. We don't want Oddz getting frisky with us over here on our right side when we're so focused on the left. We buy some more fangs. Put the fire badgers to take care of the flank issues. We're actually going to shield this crawler. So the thought here is to tie them up as long as possible on this crawler. And if they can't kill it, any of the units initially, it's going to drag them further along. So that'll hold up the phoenixes, these 2 packs of hounds, and not this guy. All right, here come a couple packs of hounds over here. They've got range. And we buy ourselves a phoenix as well to take care of his phoenix. Yeah. Do a really good job. We wind up pulling 2 of his packs of chaff clear, and a pack of chaff, and some of his DPS, all the way out here to the West Indies. This bubble is very unfortunate. We should be able to pop it though. Just don't know if we're going to get in here as we need to. Nice salvo, but looks like the fangs are dying, and so are our phoenixes. It's okay. This round has gone pretty well. Not great, but certainly could have gone a lot worse. We should take the tower first. Not that we have anything to take advantage of it, but it's the thought that counts. And there goes our missile. That's unfortunate. Only those phoenixes could have shot a little bit faster. Alright, portable shield, enhancement module, elite steel balls, mass-produced scorpions. I like the portable shield. We don't really have a use for the enhancement module, but we're going to skip here. Enhancement module with hounds, not a great choice. Plus, they're doing a decent job of just kind of holding everything up for us. It's round 4, so what we do is we place a crawler to eat the missile, and we're staggering it, and we will throw down a pair of wasps as well. We got a little bit extra money, so we level up our hounds. We do have that tower to level 2. Kind of surprised we haven't started selling out of the storm colors yet. But take the +1, throw down a missile, trying to take out these level 2 hounds right between the sabers. Let's see if we put the missile in the right spot. We did. Nice. And it clips the saber. So Oddz does throw down a Farseer to defend the flank. A good call. But I'm not sure it's going to be enough. Nope, it is, because 2 of them got distracted. It's alright. Next round, of course, we'll have range. And we'll go from there. Okay, so we take the tower again. We still have all of our storm callers, but our fangs are headed for the tower instead of for the phoenix. Maybe this will take care of that problem. There they come. Are they going to get there in time? It's like watching paint dry. But at least in this case, it was our paint. Wasp Swarm is offered. It's really nice. I believe Oddz is actually going to take the Fortified Mustang, which is an interesting choice. Don't know that I would want to give up the range. Nope. Okay. He takes the Wasp Swarm. We take range immediately, throw down another crawler, throw down another crawler, and we should have a third Wasp. There it is. Let's see how Oddz responds to this. Levels up the Farseer. Not a bad choice. Now we are dropping our Wasp Swarm in this back left corner. It's going to be really good for us because all the stuff is going to be pulled back there. The only upshoot is going to be these Phoenixes. So we should be able to clean up this back corner and eliminate anything from coming forward. Throws down a pair of sledges vertically to the flank. Changes his mind. Nope, doesn't change his mind. Okay. And a crawler? A Fang. Okay. So a Fang. Another Farseer. Alright, so we got 2 Farseers, sledges, and a Fang right now. We have 2 Wasps and a Crawler that are warped in. Crawler eats a missile. And the Wasps are going to get Wasp Swarmed. Luckily, we do have extra Wasps. They show up. We are able to kill off the Wasp Swarm. We do get stuck on the Crawlers and the tanks a little bit. But we are able to, unfortunately, actually not clean up as much as we hoped on the left. But we do take the tower with everything staying distracted. And it does allow our Wasps to get in. They wind up dying, but a pretty good round for us. Really good round. So, down to 2,600 health. Alright, Sandworm's offered, Vulcan's offered. Marksmen are interesting, not for this fight though, same with the Void Eyes. Take the Vulcan, we sell it. That's right, triple Rhino. Not just triple level 1 Rhino, triple level 2 Rhino. Take ground spec. Take attack or defense 1, I don't recall which one we had before. We drop our shield. We're going to get missiled, but that's okay. We've got our Rhinos. They will tank a lot of damage, and we've got the shield to help with that as well. He drops his shield on top of his. We've taken ground spec, though. We don't have levels, so it may not be as effective as we'd like, but it's still pretty strong. It really starts to scale after you hit level 2 or even 3. Once you hit level 3, giants melt. Even if you have ground spec and high explosive with the reduced damage, it still just melts giants. It's a beautiful thing to watch. Oddz is going to take the oil here, slow us down, and possibly burn all of our chaff. And this is our this is another one of our setup rounds. You know, we've got ground spec, we've got the Rhinos. You know, we're getting levels on the Wasps now. The fire definitely hurts as it eats a lot of our chaff on the left side, causing everything to go wrong. The Rhinos hadn't warped in yet, but it's okay. If he doesn't respond to these Rhinos right now, it's not going to end well. So underground threats offered, that's almost a snap pick for us. Just more chaos in this back corner. We take armor, we take whirlwind. We take all the levels on the wasps. Probably lone range speed. He takes a couple of wraiths. Sticks them back behind his sledges and fangs. Gives them range. It's a pretty good move. Everything gets missiled. Okay. We pick up another pair of wasps. And it looks like we're going to charge right through the front door here. Drop a missile. And a crawler. Speed. Okay. Shake speed. Come on. Are we going to loan? I know I would loan. Oh. Change of plans. Range and speed. Okay. There's the missile. No loan? We could get a crawler in front. Alright. So we beacon so we can take both towers with these. We're hoping to sneak in behind everything. Take the tower, then go take the second tower. Missile clears our path. Our wasps just come in and yoink the tower. Yoink the farseer. They yoink the... everything just disappears under a sudden barrage. We take the other tower. I don't think we've lost many wasps, if any. And it is total devastation. Oddz is at 2,600 and ends at negative 185. So we are able to put the full force of the gospel on display in the Mechabellum Mini Masters here. We're now up 1-0 in this best of 3 series. All right, game 2. Cheese versus Oddz. I am up 1-0. We get offered aerial spec and speed spec. I like the pack better with aerial spec, so we're going to take that. Oddz gets the rhino spec, which is glorious. Also gets quick supply, giant, and missile. Oddz is going to take the missile specialist. Okay. And we've got steel balls and arc lights. We'll get our crawlers set up here, and away we go. We wind up in a flipped situation here with Oddz, so we will get the tower at a pretty good time. These marksmen are going to do a good job, though, of clearing out our balls and arc lights while the rest are distracted, unfortunately. We do manage to take out one arc light, but it's not great. By the time this debuff comes down, the one marksman will be dead, but the other one will still be alive, and now we're stuck on the sledges. Oddz is taking the tower, so this is likely going to end poorly for us. We should get at least a couple more kills like this arc light and a few more sledges, but yeah, it's about to be over here. That's fine. A little bit more chaff. Should be good to go. Round 2. Wasp Horn was offered. Another missile strike. Smart arc light's interesting, but not really for what we're planning to do. We take the Wasp Swarm. We put it in his far back right flank. We're putting it on his strong side. We want him to try to anticipate it, so he does level up his tower. We level up our tower as well. We're going to throw down some more crawlers. Put them in the shallow flank. And yeah, Oddz throws down a missile to take out some crawlers. Changes his mind. Throws down a actual missile. No, I apologize. That's our missile. We're using that to take out a pack of sledges and hopefully that marksman. Okay, he switches his wasp to being on the right side. That works out pretty well for us, since we do have the level over there. He also puts a pack of crawlers over there to pull anything that might have been defending. Nice move. He does drop a missile on his right tower, which is unfortunate. It's going to take out most of our wasps, but not all. Crawlers slow us down a little bit. Arclight comes in to help out the balls. This actually is going to work out pretty well for us timing-wise. We should get a double tower timing as they're getting closer. And still have an issue with killing those wasps, since we only have the 3 remaining, so this is likely a loss for us. But we should be able to clean up some more here. Yeah, now we're down to 2 wasps. Nope, not 1 yet. 2 wasps. Still not looking great unless we have a lot of crawlers left over. Hopefully we can take out that arc light before we lose all our crawlers. And it's pretty much over. Alright, here we go. So our wasps are still stuck on their crawlers because all of ours are dead. And we don't have any more chaff clear. It's okay. That round is fine. We're not too worried about it. Very interesting options here. 4 hounds is great. However, I will warn you that 4 hounds is a mistake for the gospel. We really need the crawlers in front because they're able to keep up with the wasps and the rhinos. Hounds are great initially, but once we get to the chase down phase, they really start to struggle, especially without any sort of techs. But we go 4 hounds, 3 wasps, and we start deploying into the flank. Oddz is still considering, probably thinking, all right, what's he going to take? Is he going to flank me? Do I take the melting point? He winds up going with the hounds as well. Good defense. He's able to put them out there, slow everything down. So we have our 3 hounds here in front of our 3 wasps, acting as a screen similar to how the crawlers do it. The biggest problem, like I said, though, is that they just won't be able to keep up. Once we get through this initial push, they'll fall behind and our wasp will get targeted. This hound in the back corner is a pretty good move. We also put one in his corner just to try to pull some of these crawlers over and add additional distraction to let our balls get in. Oddz does build a Phoenix over here, so he will have some anti-air, just not very much. A pack of Phoenixes and 2 marksmen. So this is a pretty easy round win for us. So a good round for us. We get the wasps into the into the flank. All right, ion beam's interesting. Incendiary bomb, sub balls, ERAs. None of these are really great for us. We skip. Oddz is probably trying to decide if he wants to take the ion beam or not. We do take the levels. We take range. We're likely going to sell these steel balls. Because what we want to do is we want to be able to establish this flank. We don't have the money for it right now. That is the downside to trying to get it out early. Oh, we level the balls. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is kind of take a round off. Since we already have our chaff screen or our missile screen in place, I think maybe we're going to see like a missile and maybe a little bit of defense over here. We've got 350. We do drop a missile. Okay, so 300 left. Is it a Wraith? Oddz has sold the Phoenixes, realizing they're not a great fit here. Okay, so we go with the crawlers just to add some more to this corner. a second missile to try to catch the dogs with. Oddz does take the range on his dogs. Don't know that I would have done that. He does also take a pack of Mustangs, 2 packs of Mustangs, sticks them both on the far side. So Oddz is doing a tactic that I've seen before, where you ignore the onslaught entirely. And again, that's another problem right here, where we don't have the crawlers. Crawlers would have eaten that missile. But because we don't have them, the hounds are not fast enough to get there before the wasps, and the wasps wind up eating it. So the wasps are going to clean up again. Our hounds have almost caught up, but the Mustangs are able to shoot them down under the tower debuff. They do level because we have level 2 wasps. We're going to win the round, but not by much. So, an okay round, not great. Efficient light is offered. Underground threat, portable shield. Those are 3 really great choices. Oddz takes the underground threat. Can be good for defense or for just causing some mayhem. We take the shield because it's rhino time. And we want to have a big rhino. Oddz is going to drop his crawlers on this other back corner. It's not rhino time, it's wraith time. We are aerial specialist, so this isn't a bad choice. Again, not the best front line with Oddz not mounting any defense whatsoever other than leveling the tower. I would have preferred to have rhinos and crawlers here if I could replay this game. Just because they will keep up with the wasps and they will run down any opposition. Oddz has taken range on his Mustangs. Those Mustangs are now outranging our wasps. And because they are not directly engaging these wraiths, while they will be somewhat effective, are less effective than they could have been. Wraiths are generally better in a direct head-to-head headbutt. Otherwise, we want the pure speed that a rhino can offer us. I think we got lost in the sauce a little bit with being aerial spec. The opportunity to get out wraiths fairly cheaply. It's a good plan, especially considering the initial deployments. However, in the end, it may not be the best choice for us. So another round win. Quick teleport is offered, which is an interesting option. We take the underground threat, getting us some much needed crawlers in that flank to help screen for the wasps. Oddz is thinking about it here. Hasn't made a decision yet, so we're just trying to figure out what we're doing. We take the levels, and we take ground spec. We want to get through this tower as quickly as possible. We want to clear all the way across. So we now have our wasp swarm, our crawler summons, and all of our wasps here. We buy a couple more wasps. We throw them down to come in and kind of join and make a huge pack. He throws his wasp down in our back left flank. We have leveled this tower to 2. It will give us a little bit of a cushion. I don't think that tower is really going to matter timing wise. We have positioned our missile though, so we're killing the entire pack of crawlers now and not just all but 3. Oddz takes the +1 attack. And right now, it's feeling a little awkward. for us. Now we've got wasps. We're taking the tower. We're running over everything that he's put here. But he's just slowly building out a bigger board on our backside, which is going to cause us some problems. Now we do manage to distract his wasp with our crawlers going to kill his dogs. Not really intentional, but it does work out. Then our wasps come in. They start clearing his chaff, clearing his marksman sledges. We're going to lose our towers now, and now we are going to lose towers at a bad time. Hopefully we can get in and kill some of these mustangs before the towers go down, but it's not looking great. We do get the wraiths in front. We have a pack of level 3 mustangs over here, though. That's going to be a problem. They have anti-air now, as well as the range. We get the second tower. Oddz is actually taking the fortified mustang. So you see these mustangs have 3,000 health at level 3. That is crazy. It's an interesting choice. I don't know that I love it, but it's working out for him right now. So I love the gambit. I think I would prefer to have the additional range, but right here it is working out. Again, I think a lot of this is coming down to having hounds and wraiths instead of crawlers and rhinos. It's not a wraith wasp cult. It's not a hound wasp cult. It's a rhino wasp cult for a reason. Round 7. Steel balls are offered. So are fortresses. Fortresses are a pretty obvious answer for Oddz. He gets to click AA on them, buy 2 more. So we put one of the balls here in front of our wasps to help take the tower a little quicker. Doing pretty good for us. Now we get the rhinos. Enough is enough. We need our rhinos in front to lead the charge. So we've got balls and rhinos here. We've got a rhino on the flank. Put down a missile interceptor just in case. We've leveled our left tower to 3. Missile out these hounds, missile out these crawlers. And next round we're going to need to take shields on the wasps. He's got the AA forts. I'm kind of surprised he didn't buy 2 more of them. Having 4 of those bad boys will put a hurting on these wasps if he just dropped them right here. Although the wraiths do a decent job of tanking for him. If they're far enough back, the wasp could walk into them. So Fort AA is an answer. I don't think it's the right answer. I think I will always say that the right answer to the gospel is a layered defense. But in this case, I think it, the way he's done this, based off what we've shown him, was a great choice. So, great defense being put up by Oddz. Our wraiths and wasps are coming in. Rhino's now leading the charge and picking up that fire from the mustangs, making a huge difference. If it had armor on it, I don't think this thing dies. But because it doesn't, he will die eventually. But we do have enough here to really run over what is left. Yeah, see, the fortified mustangs, I don't think makes a lick of difference, as the wasps are just dealing so much damage. I think it does take them from being 1 shot to taking 2 shots. But when we have enough of them all together like that, it doesn't make a difference. None of these are really great for us. It's a little too late to be taking efficient light manufacturing, so we're likely going to skip. Yep, there we go. For Oddz, mass-produced fortress, just getting a ton of those bad boys out there with the AA. It's pretty good against what we've got, since we don't have as big of a threat on the ground. This is a good call by him. He's now got his fortresses with his mustangs. He's got a level 5 tower, so we're going to keep hitting this tower because we are committed here, and we don't want to break everything up. He's got a lot of anti-air over here, and we really don't want to try to push into that with a pack of 2 wasps and a rhino from this corner right now. It's likely not going to make it to the tower. Now we do have him a little worried, though. You can see he's starting to beacon things over to help out, but I think we'll see that we got greedy and did not take the shields yet. It's an interesting choice. We do sell one of the wraiths, realizing the problem. We get the armor on the rhino. We put the shield on the rhino. So this rhino now has 126,000 HP. We now have whirlwind as well. This is a great missile. It's going to take out 2 packs of wasps that haven't been shielded. The missile, everything else is pretty standard. Luckily, we do have really big wasps, so a lot of these forts that are now mass-produced just are going to melt extremely quickly under ground spec. But they're still being pretty effective. The rhino is getting in there. It's tanking forever. The rhino does eventually go down. This arc light takes him out under debuff. But this is also the other problem with the Fort AA. When they're further away, they're not quite as effective because the wasps are moving and they can move before the missiles hit and explode. They're really better against phoenixes because they're more of a stationary target. We do have a single hero wasp remaining who needs to die before we lose our missile interceptor, and he does. And that's the hero we needed at that moment. Okay. Extra deployment is very interesting, but speed is king. This is going to give us a base of 19 meters a second. We're always taking the temporary range and speed at this point. We're loaning. We are now coming in from the front here. I really wish we had taken the shields like 2 rounds ago, but we didn't. So we get more levels, we've got our pack, and we're charging straight through. We're going to try what I said I didn't think we should do last turn. But at this point, we're also just kind of looking for an answer, not necessarily the answer. We need to deal some damage. We're getting late into rounds already, and we're starting to think of where do we need to pivot to? What do we need to be doing to finish this? We've got our other Wraith back, but with this pack here, likely setting up for some degen action. We now have both of our towers to level 3. We've got our defensive missiles, and Oddz buys a blue factory. Sticks it back here to act as a tank with range. Okay. So, yeah, like we were worried about, a lot of our wasps don't even make it to the tower. It is a good tower timing for us, though, just because we did manage to get in faster than expected. We're able to take out the factory. We take out all the forts. We are managed to still have this left rhino survive. It's going to die here, but did a phenomenal job soaking up Mustang fire for a long time. Now, level 4 Mustangs do deal more than the 120 damage that the armor soaks up, but it is pretty significant how much damage they are absorbing from these otherwise extremely powerful Mustangs. We get another level on them, and those Mustangs are negated again. Really close here. As you can see, if we had a bit more damage in the early rounds, I don't know, maybe that's it. Maybe we're at 1 health, but this hound choice certainly set us back a bit. Okay, so we get the Vulcan. He takes a saber. That saber is a problem. Late saber drops. They hurt. We still haven't taken shields for the Fort AA. There are 4 forts on the field at this point. We sold the Vulcan. We bought... Nope. Okay. We thought about buying another Vulcan. There's the shields. We do have the Abyss unlocked, being aerial spec. That's something that we were able to do. And I think we're considering it at this point. We take levels on our rhinos that we can. So as you can see, now these level 5s do 200 damage, but we're now absorbing 180 with armor. This rhino has 110,000 hit points. This rhino has 220,000 hit points. We've got some unstoppable tanks going on right now. And once these Mustangs get locked onto them, they're just never going to see a wasp. They'll never get a chance to shoot at them because these rhinos won't die. Except this saber-tooth shoots for 70,000 a shot. So that level 8 saber drop sucks. 2 shots, it's gone. On the right side, we are continuing to decimate the tower. It's only a 1 second debuff, or it's only a short debuff. It is enough to take out the factory, but now we only have a single tank remaining. It is going to die to fortresses, and I believe it will be enough for us to lose the round. It's a good tower for us, but we're not going to get in. Yeah. That tower hurts, because these now have AA. We have no tank for them. And that 200 damage per shot is now 400 damage per shot. And we're stuck on the saber. Not only does that saber take out our tank, it also acts as a phenomenal tank for Oddz. So we know we need to change something. We were considering an Abyss last round, but I think this is the round we're going to do it. So this is an industry choice. Photon is really good. Oddz takes the advanced offensive tactics. That, you know what? I like that. Look at these Mustangs now. They're doing 300 damage each. Armor's not really going to affect them. We wind up taking the advanced offensive tactics as well. We have the shield, so this missile is not as big of a deal. Nothing's really changed on our defense. Everything is happening on Odd's side of the board. This oil does nothing to us. We have degen, but we still have not bought a Titan. Ugh. What are we doing here, Cheese? Okay. So here we're trying to make this beacon work with the rhino so that the crawlers get in front of it to take some of that. Oh, double shot. That's even worse. Yeah. Take some of that saber-tooth fire. We need that saber to not be anywhere near our rhino. So, okay. Now we have an Abyss. No, we don't have an Abyss. Just kidding. Now we have an Abyss. Stick it over here. We take the missiles. Throw down a missile for defense. And away we go. So you can see we back up our rhino. Unfortunately, we forget to back the wasps up with it. So they just get shredded. As did the Wraith. So if we send the wasp back with it, that helps a little bit. Now, these missiles do pretty good against lower level Mustangs, but these are fortified Mustangs. The Abyss was not really the answer. I think a better play would have been to get a factory with HE. We do manage to take the tower. It is an expensive victory here because it will not take the game for us. We win the battle, but not the war. On this round. Can we kill the saber? We do kill the saber, okay. But yeah. A few different choices here and there. I think this goes a lot better. He's got a couple of Mustangs left. They are stuck on the tower, so we are actually able to win this round. So we've got him at 660. I swear there's 660 damage in there somewhere that we could have found with a more efficient build. But we're now into round 12. The melter is a pretty easy pick for us. We can sell it if we want to buy something else, which we do. Take more levels on our wasps because that is what we do. And yeah, we're realizing this abyss was okay, but only okay. So we're going to try to get away from this saber by moving our rhino and wasp. We're going to try to just form a huge wasp ball on the right-hand side. Just plow through most of his anti-air that isn't mustangs. And hopefully we'll have our rhinos left for when it is just mustangs. He does take tarantulas from the drop. Gives him AA in range. Actually not a bad choice with us having less rhinos than we should. But there's a level 2 factory on our side as well. So we drop it. Factory for factory violence. We throw down a missile. We take launcher overload. We're thinking we want to deal damage. I'll be honest, I also didn't notice that he had taken range on his factory to begin with, or I forgot about it. But we take HE and launcher overload, so we're just able to shred pretty much all the chaff that's in the way. Also punching giants very strongly. We take the tower. We're able to get in on his factory. We shoot his factory. I think maybe if we had taken armor on our factory, it might survive here in tank force a little bit longer, but at this point, these mustangs are just shredding everything. But we're looking pretty good here. Like, it's not great. I think we could have been doing better all along, but we still have a path to victory. It's now round 13. I'm told this is the longest round, or the longest game in MMM history so far. We take another factory. Yeah. Don't know why we had a level 1 factory. What kind of blasphemy is that? Alright, first thing we do is we throw down our missiles. We're getting rhino dropped right on top of our wasps and our rhino, which won't be there. Hopefully we at least take that level. It is a significant HP boost, especially with the shield. That should be another 100,000 HP. Now there's another level 2 factory. We stick that in the corner. We're going to try to push it in here to take the tower. This saber is definitely going to be a problem for us in general. One thing that we are missing, and pretty sure it's going to make a huge difference for us, is if we take range. That's 700 supply there. Keeps this factory from getting into the saber's range, allows it to just start chunking away all of these mustangs and everything in the path. So as you can see, because we don't have the extra range, once the saber gets a lock on onto the factory, it melts. This level 3 factory over here manages to take out our level 2, and it is over. We have lost the rhinos. Everything he has left is anti-air. We might have ground spec, but that's not going to save us here. So, very interesting turn of events. We took a game where it looked like a good victory, it looked like a good game plan, and just some minor inefficiencies caused it to drag out. And the gospel is good for, maybe the first 10 rounds of a game or so, but after that, it becomes very much a crapshoot. They've managed to hold us off this long as Oddz has, you can see that we just are not able to finish. We have to resort to other means. This Abyss was not the right choice. We should have sold it at some point. So we're going to replay round 13 here. We're going to take the range on the factories, and we're going to see if we're able to push through over here. All right, here we go. So yeah, we can take the Rhino Assault and try to drop it on something. Sure, we'll do that. So we'll just try to stomp on these. Man, those Mustangs are going to kill the... it's going to kill the Rhino. We're going to take this level because we care about it. I really want to sell this Abyss, but I think we're going to go factory again. We're going to do the same thing. Range, speed, factory, on the line, with a beacon. Going like that. We'll take range. Then we'll just missile. You know what? Missiling these just gives us more chaff, so sure, let's do it. So here we go. Pretty much all we've done is taken range on this factory. As you can see, we are just getting in much faster now. We are able to just kind of chunk away at everything. Now that Saber is still a huge problem. It does take out our factory, but we're able to take out his factory. This Abyss tanks a little bit. Do we take that Saber out with ours? Yes, we do. And with that, the game's over. Our factory wins. A huge change from the previous result. So, range your factories, kids. Well, all right. Maybe not all the time. But in a case like this, you know, these 3 techs on any factory are going to just rip through a lot of things. The factories are doing 13,000 per shot. These mass-produced forts only have 33,000 HP, so they're getting 3 shot by the factories. On top of our ground spec wasp, we have level 7s, we have level 6s, we have level 6s. That's a crawler. Level 4s and level 2s over here. So we have a lot of ground pounding power. This Rhino, being level 4, now has effectively 300,000 HP. Big difference. Just taking that level is an extra 100,000, which is crazy. And you can see it levels again. All right, folks. Mechabellum Mini Masters, losers bracket, tied 1-1 in a best of 3. We get the Rhino Specialist with steel balls and crawlers. This is what we want to see. Our opponent is Oddz. This is win or go home for both of us here. He takes Marksman Specialist. With tarantulas and crawlers. We pick a couple of hounds up. And it looks like we are setting up to make a full-on aggro push from both corners. Yep, there we go. We've got hounds and crawlers coming in with balls behind them. And then a third pack of crawlers, likely to stick on one of the sides. Ooh, Oddz with the great counter. An extra pack of crawlers. The steel ball crawler starter is definitely susceptible to more chaff, at least in the first round. So it's a good call on his part. He goes with an asymmetrical defense. So we should take... Oh, yep. So we'll take the right tower real easily. But we're going to lose this left side pretty handily. And how many crawlers our hounds are able to take with them will really determine how well this goes for us. So it doesn't look like our hounds are even going to be able to take a whole pack of crawlers with them before they go. Well, I guess over the aggregate, but our steel balls are down. We do get the tower, but at this point it's too late. Our chaff clear is non-existent. All he has left is chaff. We will get another tower with our right side steel balls, but then we're going to get just overwhelmed by these crawlers. Even with a tower debuff, we're not able to get through the crawlers to one of the tarantulas with our steel balls. Then they get the tower debuff, and good night, folks. Great first round from Oddz here. Definitely puts us in a bit of a hole that we need to dig ourselves out of quickly. Round 2. Fangs are offered. Always like to see extra chaff. The arc light's interesting because we do need the chaff clear. Sledges are probably a pretty good pick for Oddz, and stormcallers are never bad in this situation. Probably not great for Oddz, but wouldn't have been a bad choice for us. We're going to take the fangs. We're thinking 100% gospel. You can tell we're just setting up some extra defenses behind our towers, shoring up anything that might come at us from the flanks. We've already sold a steel ball, and we are going with a pack of Mustangs behind our other steel balls. So we're just really pushing this right side now. We've now sold out of the left side, trying to flip the script on our opponent. We're not good in this headbutt, so we'll make a new battlefield. He does take the sledges. That's a good pickup for him. Those will tank the steel balls for quite a while. We are trying to do a drive-by with our steel balls, but they will get stuck on these sledges, and that marksman is, that marksman's not great for us. Be better next round when we have this extra pack of crawlers out. That's a terrible missile for us. Our Mustangs are doing a decent job on these sledges. As well as can be expected, I suppose. Same as these fangs over here by this tower. Yeah, they were there. So again, not a great second round for us. Still haven't dealt with our chaff problem. And Oddz is looking like the strong favorite at this point. But it's Mechabellum. Anything can change in a round. And round 3, when you're cheese, usually means 3 wasps. Take the missile strike. It's a great pickup for both of us. He's going to try to missile our balls and Mustangs. We're probably just going to try to take out some chaff. He buys another tarantula. Okay. There's the wasp pickup. There's the first 2 packs. There go our balls. Sold them for some more wasps. It's a good trade-off if you ask me. So his only upshoot right now is this level 2 marksman. Level 3 marksman. And then we do missile out this backpack of crawlers. So that should help our wasps from getting too distracted, allowing them to get an earlier tower taken. Maybe, just maybe keeping some of this other stuff alive. But we have gone full send on the gospel for this game. We're beaconing the Mustangs and these crawlers from behind over to our left tower. We're now giving up on the right side. We realized that, we're not standing a chance over there with what we had, so we're just trying to come over and kill some more crawlers. Maybe get some good pot shots off and kill some things as we let the wasps go to work. These Mustangs are very likely temporary. Then they will probably be sold in the next round or 2. So we do manage to save the left tower, but we lose the right tower in the process. Can we save any of these Mustangs? If so, that'd be a great beacon, but it doesn't look like it. Yep, there goes the other tower. There go the Mustangs. The wasp will clean up, and we'll be on to round 4. I think all 3 packs of wasps should level this round because of the sheer numbers they got. So that one hasn't gotten there yet. There we go. I think that's the same one. That one just got it. It's hard to tell. They all kind of get clumped up. But hopefully they all get the level. They certainly put in the work for it. Yep, 3 levels. There's our rhino. We get speed. I don't even think we looked at anything else. Photon, no. I mean, not at this point. Smoke bomb, not really at this point. And speed is the obvious choice for us. So we are setting up, and looks like we're going for a potentially triple rhino setup. So we've got the rhino back from the line here in the offset position. This is because it will still attract the anti-air fire from back here, while also protecting against any potential missiles. Being a land unit, many missiles that hit won't impact our wasps. So we do move the rhino down into the middle slot, just trying to get on the tower a little bit faster. Making sure it doesn't die to these crawlers, I think, was my first thought. Shouldn't with these wasps here, but just in case. Didn't want to give free levels, didn't want to give up the ghost that easily. We will oil over here on the right. We've sold our Mustangs. We're beaconing the hounds out of the way. Our crawler screen is coming in. So we're looking pretty good here on the left. Taking level 2 on our right tower. Alright, here come a ton of crawlers. And that's okay. Our rhino is going to get out in front now and start tanking these Farseer barrages. The sledgehammers die to the wasps. We took a gamble on not taking range this round. That is normally a huge no-no in the gospel. But the option was levels or range. And the thought was to get as much experience as possible, as quickly as possible, range next round, and just try to snowball. So it looks like it's working so far. This rhino is doing a great job leading the charge. Finally going down. They're tanking for about a minute of that round. Quite impressive. Now we're in the cleanup phase, and these wasps will go to work. So not another big win, but a win is better than a loss. And we're now in a good position on that flank. Start clicking buttons on the wasps, start clicking buttons on the rhinos, and go into town. And there we go. The extra level paid off. Even without range, we were able to win that round. He takes the subsidized steel balls. That's a great card for him. Lets him get a lot of balls quickly. We wind up taking the underground threat. Range on the wasp. We get the level. We got 550 left. Don't really have anything else we can sell to get 2 more rhinos. But we need to do something. So we unlock wraiths instead. We're going to stick one of those in this corner. And then we stick the other one up here behind the crawlers. So he's clicked the anti-air on his tarantulas as well. And we do a little dance with the rhino. Just trying to draw in anything before unloading. Subsidized steel balls was kind of a giveaway. Here come our wraiths. They're doing chaff clear. Our leveled ranged wasps are now chunking things away, even without even clicking ground spec yet. So when we click ground spec, these wasps are going to make everything melt. The subsidized steel balls from Oddz will allow them to scale their ball deployments to defend against rhinos. That is likely the other reason why I made the wise choice to pick up the wraiths instead. As much as I love the rhinos, and as great as they are, he's got, I believe, fortified target lock on his steel balls, and that's going to become a problem. We can still use them to good effect, but it's going to be an uphill battle. No. Round 6, unit drop time. Melting point's interesting. Oddz takes that. We take it as well. We're probably just going to sell it here, though. Melting point's a good pickup for him. It gives him that big damage dealer for our wraiths and rhinos. We take more levels on our wasps. We should be hitting the ground spec button because we've sold the melter ourselves. We're going to lose these wasps to a missile. But even these, we're going from having level 3 wasps to essentially level 9 wasps when it comes to their damage to ground targets, and he has no air defenses. We've taken degen beam, so we're just going to melt things as long as we have chaff clear, which the wraiths also help with. Going to take out some crawlers here as well, just to slow down anything that might be pushing on the tower. Still doing the dance with the rhino, with going back a little bit, going forward. And the old shimmy, shimmy, shake. And we take armor, just to give that HP boost up to 60,000. We get another rhino. We get 2 wasps. Put them in the middle. And we decide to try to beacon in from here. Oh, we don't get the beacon, and that's right. So that was really unfortunate for us. We wanted that beacon to head into the tower. It works out for us as far as the path we take. You know, we didn't have everything we needed. But yeah, so instead of taking ground spec, which I think might have been the better choice here, we buy another elite pack. Now when we click ground spec next round, we should expect to see some big returns. But yeah, with ground spec, these things are already dead. We've taken the tower. The life is good. Instead, it's a pretty big loss for us. Click ground spec, kids. Alright, we are now on death's door. Orbital bombardment is not what we want to see. We take it as well, though, because what else are we going to do? We can't not take it and try to take stuff out. Forces of shields. We're going to make those shields disappear with that button right there. Just going to set up another melter in the middle for this rhino. We've sold our rhino on the flank. And what are we doing? Okay. Chaff. Missile interceptor. Going the other way now. What are we spending our money here on, cheese? What are we doing? More chaff, okay. We've loaned, we take in range and speed, we take the extra, now we get another rhino. Where's this one coming from? Straight from the corner. Alright. So this one's got a little bit of a screen from anything potentially over here. We're heading right. We get missile, but we intercept it. We take a huge orbital that takes out our entire pack of wasps almost immediately. Luckily, we clicked ground spec and look at the difference. It just obliterates the flank defense. Our extra rhino on the outside does take the other tower for us. Great tower timing for us to kill this other melter and come clean up. So nice big win for us. We're feeling a little bit better. I know we can buy more melters. There's some saber-tooths. Overall, not great for us. Forts are also there. We take the Overlord. Then we debate about selling it or not. So this Overlord, we could potentially make a boat push. We take range. Pair it with the Rhino. Lone range speed. Oddz decides to take the forts. And he sticks them in front of this right tower. We'll buy another pair of wasps. Put them over here with this boat and this Rhino. Oddz takes the range. We're now doing a little dance with our middle pack, trying to get behind these crawlers and get out of range of this melter. We also take replicate on the crawlers. Just trying to generate some more chaff, something to keep his big shooters distracted. Missiles going down everywhere. We are out of money. We decide to sell. Take the level 1 defense, increasing our health to 63,000 and 95,000. Here we come. Degen beam hits on the right hand side, or on the left hand side. We managed to take down his defenses, but it's at a heavy cost. With our split interests, it doesn't really work out. So what we're going to do, after a couple seconds here, is we're going to try to replay this round. Maybe if the Overlord had shot at the melter, it kills it and we're able to stay alive, but the 3 giants are enough to put us over the edge. So this was a great game plan by Oddz. He forced us out of rhinos with subsidized steel balls. And the rhinos we did have, then he also got the melters. He got some good cards. The spells were not great for us. But I don't want to take anything away from him. He played the hand he was dealt, and he played it well. From our side, I would have liked to see ground spec clicked maybe 2 rounds earlier. We're going to try replaying this round and selling this boat and committing to the bit. Just to see what we can do, if we can try to push through on one side, or maybe take more tech on the wasps. Selling this boat's going to be quite a bit of money, so let's see what we do. Alright, so the boat is 200, and we get 750 supply, so it's 550. We'll take that because we have only 1 round. So we got that. We're still taking this level all day. We have our oil. I don't know why we would oil anything we're walking through. I don't really see anything worth oiling at this point. Unless we could light it on fire, but I don't think that does us any good. So we're just going to put this over here, I think. No, there's no reason to oil. Literally no reason anymore. Maybe. Okay. So we'll do this. We'll take these levels. We'll take shields. Lone range speed. We got 800. We're going to take another Wraith. Stick it right here. And then do that. No. We'll take the defense, but not the attack. Okay, fine. We'll take both. Just think we had an extra deploy. But no. We're going to leave that there because we were late. I mean, look at that rhino go. Look at that. I mean, we knew forts were an option. Shield's a good choice. We overload the one side. Even with getting this wasp pack not in the right place. Even with not spending our last 100. So, yeah. Committing to this side, adding shields to the wasps is the big thing. Him taking the forts and adding AA is something that should have been considered. Also, with Oddz only defense being these AA spiders, besides that, the shields would help with that. They don't have HE right now, so they would take an additional 2 shots from each tarantula, which would make them much harder to kill. So, yeah, the shield was a good call. Coming in over here with the rhino, avoiding this melter, doing the dance. Those things are tough to see sometimes. This rhino was left out on an island, still held his own pretty well. So it would not have been enough to kill Oddz. But it would have put him at the same health as us, and definitely given some more cause for concern. So yeah, fantastic game. Great series with Oddz. Congratulations to him. I hope he does well and moves on and gets a chance to make it to the finals. It'd be great if he and Spade met in the finals, because then I would know that I lost to the 2 best players, or the 2 best players in the tournament. Please again remember to check out the Mechabellum Mini Masters. Information is in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. For all of you cultists out there, give me a glory to the swarm in the comments. For all the heretics, give me a I love Mustangs! I am your cult leader, Cheese. See you in the next one.